play, and the plan was to go play for Cincinnati Bearcats.
Okay.
With Bob Huggins. Yeah.
Okay.
They was recruiting me, and I was getting letters all the time, and calls and things like that. I wanted to desperately be a Cincinnati Bearcat. Things ended up happening with the test.
Okay.
Grades not being legit with the test. So the plan still was to go JUCO route and go to Cincinnati. I ended up going to Blinn Junior College in Brenham, Texas.
Okay.
And I went down there for a year. And me and Chris Kane was roommates.
Okay.
Chris Kane from Melrose.
Okay.
Me and my boy. We actually played AAU together too with the Wildcats. So, we went to Blinn together and was down there for a whole year. And what happened was we did decent playing ball. We did decent, me and him being the only two kids from Tennessee, better yet Memphis, in the school. So we kind of, we had our own. We came down there and did what we did, played Memphis ball. By my grades, already being suspect coming over or whatever, I had to go to some school.
Okay.
And I tell kids this as far as staying grounded and staying focused. When I went out of town and I started playing ball, things come with that. All kind of distractions come with it. And if you're not focused on basketball, these things come in between your ultimate goal. And I was one of them kids, one of them players who wasn't mature enough to turn those things down. Money, whether it's women, whether it was things I wasn't supposed to be doing. And my butt was supposed to be in summer school, and I didn't go to summer school. I don't know what made me thought I could slide through the cracks. It wasn't high school no more. And trying to be slick. And what happened was I wasn't going to my summer school classes, but I was still down in school. And my coach, I guess one day he decided he wanted to go check to see how I was doing in summer school. And he went around to all the classes, and he was asking certain teachers in classes, he knew him personally, how was I doing? With me walking around to the classes. And teachers was looking at him like, I ain't seen him. I don't know who that is, you know what I'm saying? So he was looking at me like, huh? I was telling him one thing, but these teachers had never even seen me. So, right then and there, we was, we got into it, and, verbally. And he walked me back to my dorm room and told me to pack my stuff. And drew me to the airport and flew me back to Memphis. And it was one of the most terrible feelings ever, knowing that, dude gave me a chance. And, I let him down. And it's something I still regret. 20 years later, because afterwards, after I left college, I ended up coming back to Memphis and getting in trouble. Doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing, selling drugs and getting in the streets, running with the wrong people. And I ended up catching an aggravated robbery charge. I ended up actually going to jail and actually getting a 7.2 year sentence and having to do 27 months on that charge before paroling out with good behavior or whatnot. But like in the midst of that, I let a lot of people down. And my the one thing that stands out from being locked up, my grandmama, one day I called her and she told me, son, what if I'm not living by the time you finish this little sentence or whatnot? And by the end of my sentence, my grandmother had a stroke. So I got out, and I said about 3 months after I got out, my grandma passed. And it just kind of did something to me. I feel like I let myself down, my whole family down. So like I said, I tell kids all the time to, stay focused and stay grounded and stay humble or whatnot, because things can happen if you don't take advantage of these opportunities. Things can happen and you'll be, you'll regret it. So that's one of the main things today as a coach. That's like my main motivation. That's why I feel like I'm different when it comes down to how I approach what I got going on.
Because of your experiences.
My experience.
And what you went through
Yeah. So it's different. And a lot of coaches, they really don't they really can't, you know, come how I come as far as my approach to these kids. I don't feel like I'm like, you know, special or do anything special. It's just that it's my story.
No, but you have a different story.
Exactly.
Than most.
Exactly.
Which can help.
Exactly. So, and I actually, like, this basketball, this AAU from 10 to 17, this was my life. Mm-hmm. Like, seriously. So, you know, I just, you know, my whole approach to it, I really care about what I do. Because just like that, or the wrong idea, I mean, the wrong mentality, you know, and you lose being humble, and one bad decision, and it's over with.
It can change your
like
whole
that.
life. It can change your whole life.
And I never thought that I would lose the taste of basketball, the love of it. Never thought it. And I did. And when I lost the taste of basketball, I got in the street, started doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. Mm. And these days, kids are more easily influenced